What's up, YouTube? This week I wanted to give you a sneak peek exclusive glance into conversations that happen in the Schuplin household, specifically party conversations. I told you guys I was hosting a Star Wars party and it happened and it was fabulous, so much fun, and my friends came over and it was the first time that we really saw them all summer long, because all summer long we spent doing wedding shit. One would think that when a bunch of 20-year-olds get together and they haven't seen each other in a while, you talk about grown-up things like, how's your house, how's your dog, are you planning on having children anytime soon, how is the wedding planning going, what did you do yesterday, how is your job? Like, those are things people talk about at normal parties, right? Not at my parties. At my parties, we talk about whether or not we fold our toilet paper or wad it up. This happens to be a wad of toilet paper, the same amount of toilet paper as what I have here folded up. Which one looks like the better option to keep poop off of your fingers? Because isn't that the ultimate goal of wiping your butt? Like, you do not want poop on your fingers or your hands, because that's just stinky. How do you fold this over after you wipe? Like, you just wipe once and then you get to fold over once, but how do you fold over the third time? But if you wipe like this, then you can fold over again, and then you can wipe again, and then you can fold over again. Like you get one more wipe out of 3 squares of folded toilet paper than you get out of 3 squares of wadded toilet paper, because this is the same amount of toilet paper, you guys. And yes, I use 3 squares of toilet paper unless I'm at like the grocery store or something and for some reason I have to tinkle because I'm carrying a fetus. Like, that toilet paper doesn't count, and this is just normal, not El Cheapo toilet paper, guys. And mentioning that I only use 3 squares of toilet paper opened up a whole another can of worms. Like, oh, is that why you go through toilet paper so much? So I said, maybe you should ration that person and see if they can make it on 3 squares of toilet paper, because you guys, I am not extreme cheapskate like what they play on TV, but I mean, you don't need 6 squares of toilet paper to wipe your hiney. And then from the 3 squares, we started talking about whether or not we sit down or stand up to wipe, which is a big deal, because the first time I saw someone stand up to wipe, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you standing up? Do you have an itch? Oh no, I'm wiping. You're what? Excuse me? Normal people just kind of go sit on the toilet and wipe from the back, because you wipe front to back, you know? And, no, that's not the way this person does it. And I just don't understand, you guys. When you stand up, your butt cheeks go together, right? You know, this is just the way gravity works and your legs work, unless you're kind of like squatting or something and then that would spread your legs. But if you kind of just sit on the toilet still and you lean to one side, then your butt cheeks spread out and you can scoop and poop, or scoop the poop. Oh. Toilet paper and poop are the reasons that I will never be hired anywhere professional. I can never work for a company because I care about pooping so much that I would go to work and talk about it with people, and that's frowned upon in a professional environment. Like, you are not allowed to talk about that. You're only allowed to talk about pooping like that on YouTube. Do you stand up or sit down? Do you water fold? How many squares do you use? Am I just an extreme cheapskate who has to count her squares, or is it just my OCD? I'm leaning towards OCD because, I mean, I just kind of 1, 2, 3, oh, okay. Like, this is just, you don't need 10 squares of toilet paper. Just no. I will say that the folders were victorious that evening. We won the debate, the most votes. Your challenge for this week is the next time you sit down to take a fabulous relieving dump, I want you to wad if you're a folder or fold if you're a wadder, and count how many squares you use, because you might be surprised and you might save a couple pennies if you go to 3 squares. I mean, you never know until you try. This could be a very enlightening experience for you guys, and you have me to thank, because I am weird. I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.